Okay, I wasn't going to enter the opener's opening. The opener's open? Yeah. Till I saw Perry's video this morning. I just started watching it. I thought, dang, if he can do that, I can do that. So I'm just going to shamelessly copy Perry's design. See if I can do any good. Okay, this is about all I drink. So we'll try to find a suitable size board. This is about 206 thick. I think that ought to work good. It's got some splits in it, so I got to work around the splits. All right, where'd my pencil go? This is just a no holes barred, and if I'm not successful, you won't get to see it. But if I'm successful, we'll see. I appreciate Perry's honesty very much. Okay, so I think we're probably make it about this long and about that wide, so we can be sure it'll slip through a standard Coke bottle. A little bit of black walnut. I've got a lot of black walnut laying around the shop, so it's my pattern wood of choice. May make that a little bigger. I think it'll fit in there. Then we're going to do some really fancy handle work because we're kind of in a bind for time. I had other stuff I wanted to do today, but no, Perry had to challenge me. He didn't challenge me directly. You know what, a 1-inch wide handle might just be pretty nicky neat since I happen to have it handy there. And what I wanted to do is come out here with a little tab that maybe I can open paint cans with. I never can find my paint can opener. I hate using screwdrivers. We just kind of eyeball it. All right, Perry, there you have it. Ready to go to the printer now. Let's see, I guess I need to, oh, we got the inside drawn. We just failed to finish the outside over here. Let's do a little relief on the inside now. I don't know why Perry had to pick today to screw up my day, but his choice, I guess. It's going to be a little rough because I'm going to not have much of any draft on the corners. Well, let's just start. Alright. I don't really have a suitable wood vise for that. But I do have some clamps. And I got junk on the table, so that's always a value. Hope and leave a good impression with that clamp. Could have put a shim under it. I think I will. Alright. I think in this case it's going to be quickest and easiest to use a manual scroll saw. If I don't bust the wood. Oh good, made it big enough for a rasp. Ooh, that's ugly. But ugly opens the bottles. Shouldn't look that bad on this side until you really look at it, and then you see it's bad. Bad. It's bad. Alright, we better put a few degrees of draft on here. Four degrees ought to be plenty. Need to replace the bearing in my bandsaw. It may make a little noise. Sounds pretty good right now. Let's see. Draft is coming from this direction. I got to cut it this way. I kind of hate to cut that last tail end. Well, no bearing noise. We got lucky. Tell you what, I just decided a couple impromptu finger grips would be nice. Try that impromptu with your 3D printing, Perry. If I split this, it will glue back together. So we got a little draft. We had a little draft in 1968 too. Anybody's old enough to remember that? I was in college. They went to the lottery for the Vietnam War. Oh, for those of you who went and served, thank you very much. For those like me who were in college and would have been willing, but just as soon not. I've had a lot of people tell me, glad you didn't go. Be glad you didn't go. But I'll take this opportunity to say my best friend in this world is a man whose name I don't know. I went down twice to enlist in 68 and 69. And the enlistment officer whose job it was to get more bodies to go to Vietnam encouraged me to stay in school and go in as an officer. Now, although that might not have been a good plan, after all I saw about fracking later, I figured he's my best friend to tell me to stay in school. When I graduated in 71, the need had evaporated. Well, I could use a little filler, but Perry hardly gave me enough time in his challenge to be able to fill that and then cast it. So it's going to go like it is, and if I have to spend 4 hours cleaning up the flashing, then oh well. Now let's see, we need to draft is this direction. I'm going to point a point on this thing. Oh, we're looking good. I think we're ready to go see if it'll cast. I better put a little draft on that end. All right, I got a pattern anyway. Okay, test fit. Looks like a major blunder. It's too big. It's going to slip all the way through. What was I thinking? So once I get the pattern made, I'm just going to dig out about a 1/4 inch of sand on this end so it'll be sure and tighten up. Okay, I've developed a great admiration for those guys that can't get their cameras pointed right. I can't get my camera pointed right. Okay, this is the smallest flask I got. Hopefully you can look over my shoulder and see what I'm doing. Alright, if I'm going to get that out of the sand, I better go drill a hole in it. Okay, I've decided to drill a couple of holes. Might make it easier to pull. And let's see, it's got to go that direction, so it's always good to get draft in the right direction. If you get the draft in the wrong direction, it's really a pain in the butt. Now let's see, I might as well use my little patterns that I made. Okay, this is going to go in the cope. So I'm going to feed over here close to the edge. And then we're going to put a runner. That's a runner. I'm going to put a gate. I think that'll all fit in there pretty good. Well, I ran out of film, so I've had to change cameras. I went ahead and rammed the back side. There's my sprue. There's my gate. We just use that gate. I think it'll be big enough. And it's got to come out of the sand, so this is going to go in like this. And then let's stick my old trusty. Oh, you know what? It wouldn't hurt to have a feeder in there, would it? What was I thinking? Obviously I wasn't thinking, or I'd be doing what I need to be doing today instead of this. Now I use a little bitty short gate. And I got a shorter one. There we go. Yeah. Around there a little bit, and then I'm going to make a spin trap, and then come on. nobody's watching, that always balances just fine. Huh. I guess there was a little sand on it, or I had it backwards. Well, apparently I pushed photograph instead of record, so oh well. Turn this over so you can maybe see what I'm doing over here. I may be out of film in this camera. Huh, that was stupid. Take it out the way it's supposed to come out. Well, it's not going to be hard to see the spin basin anyway. It's only my second time doing this, so it's no wonder I mess up. This little old style concrete nail, it works pretty good for stuff like this. Put a ramp up into that spin basin. Trap, should be called, I guess. I tell you, you guys watching make me nervous. It's a lot easier if nobody's watching. Well, that's not as bad as it could have been. I guess nothing ever is it? Okay, now someplace here. And it looks like my sprue floated on me. Oh, sprue, wherefore art thou, sprue? There you are. We sure did float. Okay, it's going to have a big basin behind it. But you know what? Sometimes stuff happens. Well, this is a fool's folly. Do other damage trying to pack a little sand back in there. I know that because I've done it before. Ooh, oogly. Like my sister on prom night. Golly, I don't know what happened there. Okay, it's going to be aluminum bronze. I'm not going to put a plug in it. If you try to push your riser out backwards, you get a big hole here in the top. I just did that to show you guys so you learn the lesson. Little curve on the inlet to that sprue, aka Martin. Guy like me always, oh man, we got plenty of gate there now. See, trying to pack sand around the sprue gave me a giant gate. No vents, just for fun. Okay, I done forgot I was going to adjust this pattern. That I remembered before I closed it. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, what? My initials are reversible. So I'm going to put an A W. And an M. See if that'll show up. I think it will. I really didn't get a very good A, so I'm going to dummy it. No, it's pretty good when I look at it. All right, now we're ready to start melting. All right, this is basically my furnace setup. I do have the crucible filled with some scrap aluminum bronze, and I've got my pouring shank. First out's the leaf blower. Then the oil burner. Then the propane line. That's it. It's nice to have a dedicated setup. Okay, now for the big reveal. Assuming it's cool enough. That'd be the pits. Oh, look at that. That feels good. And my old buddy Perry just makes it all that much sweeter. First pour, Perry. Looks like we got initials on there pretty good too. That actually works a lot better than I thought it would. So, we'll see if we can cut that apart and polish it. Not sure it's going to get a walnut handle. Well, that looks good and clean. I guess it's too much light to be able to see it. Off to the grinder. Well, Perry, here you go. You challenged me by actually doing it yourself. My AWM came out all right, got the M a little crooked. My hand carved piece came out fairly good. Went in at lunch and saw you put walnut on yours, so I guess we need walnut. Dang. Oh, that's the first time. Good and fresh, but well, yours open a paint can. That's it. That was fun.